to check out all the latest information there. You won't want to miss a minute of the action with the live scores, highlights, all your player and team info, and much more. So download the free WNBL app today.
The two bigs at Southside come with massive side, this Southside.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you've got Carly Ernst coming off the bench at 6'6" that can shoot the three. You start with LJ at 6'5" and Mercedes Russell's at lots of little big screen action with the Southside Flyers, and then back to some ball screen action for Leilani Mitchell. Straight into Mercedes Russell.
So good to have Mercedes Russell back in the WNBL. And she's a star, not just of this comp, but of world hoops in particular. So she gets the scoring underway here for the Flyers. Whitcomb to Akuzo, and the mid-range two drops for Z. Last week against the Bendigo Spirit, Zatina Akuzo to kick off her 2023-24 campaign. Orochi, speaking of someone in pretty good form, she gets her scoring underway.
Be a big selection decision for the selectors, and you know, when do you take the next generation of point guards that the Opals so desperately need?
Great rebound there from Ruth off the Whitcomb miss for LJ on that occasion. Here's Whitcomb working underneath, and in the end uncontested lays it in. Jackson thought about using the young gun. Russell off the screen, wasn't used. Jackson catches and gets the two.
Whitcomb with a great hook pass into Ruth.
And then in a natural habitat there beyond the arc, it instead lands to Kunek, who hits the three and will go to the line for an extra after being fouled.
When you've got to negotiate the WNBA talent of Mercedes Russell with her length, you know, she's got good IQ.
Rochi knocks the two down, coming off an epic game a couple of nights ago. 28 points against the UC Cap to go with 7 boards and 7 dimes. Here's Reed, quintessentially driving in aggressively. Rochi for Russell. Had a massive start to her WNBL campaign, Mercedes Russell.
A lot of, you know, effective scoring options off that. Do they change up their defense? Do they do different things with different personnel? As Reed takes the three.
There's a lot to prove from a Southside perspective there, Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and look, particularly playing in Townsville, you know, they've got a great fan base as we see the ball go inside to Mercedes Russell.
It's in a natural habitat there from beyond the arc. Brown on the floor here for Townsville. So both teams using their benches. Reed steps back. All nylon on the attempts. $11 to shoot here for Southside. Great to have you with us wherever you're watching WNBL Saturday night action on 9 now as Haju Poch goes in and opens her account. Here's Whitcomb. Just fooled them all, and then almost fooled herself. Had that the handles were going. Reed is so hot right now. Here's Mitchell for Russell. And for the handoff, Luffridge cutting inside. 8 to shoot here. Dickey up high, and that one doesn't go, but there is the rebounding ability on display of Mercedes Russell.
She's in the right spot. She knows if she gets herself close to the rim, she's going to be a great chance on those O boards. She's got great length, great finish inside. Speaking about finish inside.
This quarter, still another 3 to go. Mitchell, lovely work inside. Great chemistry between her and Ernst on that occasion. Akuzo from deep. And then Woods grabs the offensive rebound off the miss. Was excellent last season for the Fire as that one drops for Courtney Woods.
Great ball pressure here.
It was McDowell White bringing the ball up the floor. Akuzo at the other end. 3-second differential between the two clocks. As Woods goes to work on Mitchell. Great defense from Ernst. And the Flyers run it down. Dickey in the one motion. That is a classy finish.
Southside at 58% from the field and 57%. So this is high quality hoop for this early in the season.
Rochi hits the floor in the lane. Doesn't matter for Mercedes Russell. For the Flyers, doing some big damage. 5 of 5 so far in this one. Lovely handles there from Reed. She finds Akuzo from the field tonight for Steph Reed. Rochi for Russell. Ruth tried to read the play there, but Russell too strong. That is excellent athleticism.
6'6" on the rim. Little shaky bake in there and a great finish. Boy, she's impressive. Mercedes Russell, as you've said over and over, Ben, great to see her back in the league.
Fire come up with it. Reed, it's the screen from Roof. Kicks it out for Kunek. Oh,
Splash. Poch shows, gets on the rim.
Rochi in the corner. Responds with our own long-range attempt.
Last week in round one with a 20-point game.
Mitchell steps back.
Vintage Mitchell.
Yeah, it really was. Speaking of vintage, Jackson lays it in. Quite some margin in the WNBL this season. They do have some great young talent coming through. Akuzo. Lovely work from Zatina Akuzo. Quick as a flash to lay that in.
Body on body.
Ernst for three. Knocks it down.
They were down by 7 at stages, but they just managed to stay with it, stay with their defensive systems. We saw
Continue to reel in the margin in this final 3.5 minutes in this first half. He moves inside. Wow, that was brilliant. Back to 3 points in favour of the Fire.
Southside attacking there, like to like, switching on any ball screen and handoff action as we see the woman of the evening, Steph Reed.
They've had a lot of contributors so far, the Southside Flyers, at both ends of the floor.
Cooled off a wee touch, but still impressive.
Wickham, vintage Sammy Wickham. There's an opportunity for Wisha, who's on the floor for Southside. Steps back, good look here for three. And then an excellent rebound. Dickey's had a really good second quarter here. Flyers still within 4 here.
Coach Chambers has taken this opportunity to, maybe it's a little bit of an injury or the blood that we saw with Mercedes Russell, who's been out, who was...
Kuzo gets the 2 for Townsville. Final minute of this second quarter. Lovely pass inside for Rochi and well executed by Ernst.
Oh, here comes Mercedes Russell.
Pretty handy. No one quite knows where that ball went. So Ernst says, thanks very much. I'll bring Dallas Luffridge into the game. As we just saw via Alice Kunek on that occasion. Here's Russell. Backing down on Akuzo. Falling short, but so good. Second attempt off the offensive rebound was awesome, and we're all tied up. Akuzo.
Faces up against the goat.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Tantalising, and she'll love getting that on Jackson as well.
Keep that on her highlight reel.
Reed for Akuzo. Woods on the floor here, works her way into the lane. That's a lovely finish from Courtney Woods. Kicking it back out for Reed. With 10 to shoot here at the Townsville Entertainment Centre. Wants to bring in Akuzo, goes herself, and tough ask over Russell, but Akuzo was up to it. Ernst thinks about the 3. Dickey back inside for Ernst, who banks it in.
Great 2 game. Isolate one of those players, go at them, sucker a 4th foul.
Dickey, that was awesome on the inside.
They're a nice little 2 game involved with Ernst. Came up with some poised finishes.
Did all the hard work, and it almost dropped for Jasmine Dickey. Wickham for 3. So Reed takes a seat. Jackson back on the floor here for the Flyers, as is Rochi. Works her way into the lane. And that's Maddie Rochi at her best. She hits the 2 and will head to the line for an extra.
And you talk about poised finishes down the stretch. Courtney Woods with a big finish.
Running out of room, Woods. The Townsville with 1 second to shoot. Woods has to put it up. Unconventional. Somehow, Courtney Woods pulls it off. 3 seconds left here for Sammy Wickham. Goes to work, kicks it for Woods. What a finish to the 3rd quarter for Courtney Woods. Kuzo back on the floor, as is Kunek and Reed, the big guns. Returning to the floor, and a big time deep 2 from Alice Kunek.
Yeah.
Well, it's a game-high 10-point lead now for Townsville. Russell, though, steps up and hits the mid-range 2. Floor for Alice Kunek now, but Woods has had a terrific game herself. 10 points, 4 boards for her. Here she is, driving hard and executing that layup.
A minute or so ago, Potch got a hand on the block. This time she kept the ball on the hip away from the length of Potch and found a finish. Classy. Classy,
Russell,
classy, classy. Speaking of...
Rochi loses her feet, but has Jackson behind her for support. 3 to shoot here. Rochi has to put it up and knocks it down. Big time play. Reed has Wickham wide open for 3. Danger, danger, danger. 3.5 to play. Ernst for Russell. He's been close to unstoppable tonight. Ernst steps back, really good look. Hits the triple. Can the reigning champions find another gear? Wickham can't hit the triple.
Little horns action that Sammy Wickham was calling for as Potch on the break.
Yes. As you look at your foul trouble on your screen. Potch again. Just rims out.
Dickey, O'Board, tough.
Oh, Nadia Potch. 1 point ball game.
Dickey, great O'Board. Potch, right spot.
The Fire also on 14 fouls. Reed drives inside, kicks it out. Courtney Woods.
Wow.
Ice in her veins. We've got 60 seconds left. Rochi for Potch. She's had the hot hand in the last couple of minutes. How is this girl 19 years old? Here we go. 5 seconds left. Reed drives hard inside. Akuzo falls short. Southside Flyers still